Why can't I go down? Did I not learn how to swim yet? Oh my god. It's like stupid backtracking. Like, she'll only talk to me if I'm a plant. I remember there's like a minecart section up here. I don't remember it being like too fun. God damn it. It's kind of nice placement of these quills, so they're not just like all over the place. They're like up on rocks. Like the coins in Mario, I feel like make you not want to collect them. They're just like everywhere. They're just like straight ahead. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, I should be doing this. That makes a big difference. Probably make the jump from here if I do that. Oh, expand the world. You can expand the world. I don't like. That's what I didn't like. It's like you just expand these worlds instead of having more. I don't know. Something about this game. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so there's something invisible over here. Invisible ghosts. I don't know how to get it. I probably need to be invisible. Wait, what am I doing for this guy? My feet are wet, but do not fret, I won't drown by this corplet. So, aw. I think I'd rather play like Mario than this. Fuck, see, this thing sucks. Let me see what's going on in Smash. Okay, there's people. I don't know if I feel like listening to music. What do I do? I'm just gonna watch YouTube videos.
Welcome, Grandmother.
20 greatest Atari ST games of all time.
Back when I did the greatest computers of all time viewer poll, spoiler alert for those who might not have seen it, I'll link it in the description for those who want to, the Atari ST finished in a very credible 4th place, and I've already done viewer polls to decide the greatest games on the 3 that finished above it, so it was inevitable that the so-called Jackintosh would follow. Once again, I put this question to members of several big retro gaming groups on Facebook, including the hugely popular and very lively Retro Gaming Hysteria. Link in the description for those who want to join, as well as my own loyal subscribers, asking them to name their top 5 and the reasons why. Following the same rules as before, I awarded 5 points to your first choice, 4 points to second, and so on and so forth. I then counted up those votes to decide the final placings. In the case of games having the same number of points, I then went to the number of votes awarded, followed by the number of first place votes to decide the final ranking. In this particular video, I actually had to use both of these tiebreakers more than I have in any other video,
What's it called?
with very close scoring outside
Alpha
of the top 5.
Waves.
Of all the greatest of all time videos that I've created, this was the one that I was more interested in to see the results of than any other. And there's one big reason for this, which is the fact I did a very similar poll for Retro Gamer magazine way back in 2015. And I was very intrigued.
I think it's weird that like it's because of like
in a very similar manner. That list was for the top
limitations, you know, like monetary limitations.
In fact, the top 10 is
like lack of funding.
14 games
it's like new games today look like this.
Not that many surprises at all, really.
Because they're made by like
That's not to
indies,
say that this
indie
more recent
games.
rankings list didn't have any surprises at all, because there were still a few amongst those 6 games that don't.
And this is like
in fact, there was one game in particular that really shocked me with its lack of votes this time
before
around,
I was born.
especially as that game finished top of the similar list for the ST's great rival, the Amiga. I won't say what it is because I want to see
This guy's talking about the thing on screen.
Another shock absence for the top 20 was a game by a legendary programmer who is still in the industry today and almost synonymous with the Atari brand. Again, post down in the comments if you work out what that game is too. But without giving much more away, I was also quite surprised to see famous titles like Chaos Engine, Lotus 2, Gods, Monkey Island and Cannon Fodder not make the top 20, though most of these make the wider top 40, which I'll be making available to my lovely Patreon supporters towards the end of the month. I was also pretty surprised at the lack of arcade ports on this list too.
I don't care anymore.
Associated with the Atari 16-bitter. It took the gravity concept made famous by games like Atari's Gravitar, Firebird's Thrust, and updated.
I could play this.
If you like Super
Super
Mario
Mario
Sunshine, you should
Eclipse.
check out Super Mario Eclipse before it's too late. It's a brand new Super Mario Sunshine
Before
mod
it's
that
too
just came out
late.
after spending 5 years in development. The mod picks up right where Super Mario Sunshine left off, which is awesome because this is basically a brand new DLC to a game that came out in 2002. The longer you
DLC?
wait to play this mod, the more difficult it will become to play this mod, as we have seen Nintendo act pretty harshly to this type of stuff in the past. A good
Fuck,
example
dude,
of
shut
Nintendo
up.
doing this is the Super Mario 64 Online that was taken down in 2017. And I do
Super
recommend
Mario
if you do plan on
64
playing it to
Online,
get
that
it
sounds so
installed sooner
sick.
rather than later, and just make sure it's on your computer. And make sure you're doing all of this legally. It's very easy to go to YouTube and figure out how to do all of this stuff properly. If you like Super Mario,
I could do Super Mario Eclipse. There's no Super Mario Eclipse category on Twitch, is there? There is. What the fuck? Holy shit. I just like, I think I entered into the wrong level, but that shit just like sucked, dude. Game was bad. I think I just entered into the wrong level. Or some unfinished level or something. Or maybe I got like a version that wasn't finished. I think my version's just like not finished. Like it started out really cool. Oh. Sword fighters are difficult. Like when I heard this was coming out, I like got it, but I might have gotten like older.
The day is mine.
Oh, that was fun. Like it's showing off new areas in the trailer. The beginning part. This was just like a demo. Alright, who knows? Alright, so this is the start of my playthrough of Super Mario Eclipse. I don't know how much I'll play of this. This might just like not be the right version. But I have some version here. This is supposedly Super Mario Sunshine, but better. I I thought it was like unfinished, broken. Like I might just not have the right version though. I remember this area might be like a tutorial. So there's no long jump in Super Mario Sunshine. That was like the weird part. So I just go on a door. There's like a boo up there. What's in the other door? That's like nothing. Or how do I... Can I like zoom in? Yeah. I don't know what that is. That's like some forest. Is the game audio going through? Yeah, I think we have game audio. Alright, I guess I go through this door.
Mario.
Turbo nozzle is much faster than before, I remember this. I think I played through this. Still thought like, it was like underwhelming. I guess the background's cool. And the water keeps getting filled up. That's not like a bad thing, just saying. That's like how far it shoots you. I think I did do another section. Like, I remember thinking this was so cool as I started playing this, and then like later on I'm like, wait, like there's nothing here. It's like empty, no content. Maybe I'm just wrong though. Or this isn't the right version. Because there was like a release this year or something. And I don't know if this is the release. This might just be like the demo. But like I was watching a YouTube video of some guy saying like it's like amazing and like showing all these parts that I did not see. So camera's weird, dude. One sec. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now I'm back in the room, I think. Oh yeah, you get like a shine piece. Or like a star piece. Because I learned the basics of the hover nozzle. Is there anything else in here? Can you do a backflip in this game? There's no crouch, right? Oh, what the fuck? It's a 1-up up here. Alright, so that is done. The door is closed. I'll go in here. It looks so weird without the jetpack thing in this game. Or without flood. Wait, 1 second. That's also a new move. Whoa, I don't remember this area. Alright, this might be better. If there's an issue, I'll deal with it. This looks like it's straight out of Super Mario Odyssey. There's like a level like this. And I have this like water balloon attack. Alright, what do you want? Wow, so they added in a long jump. Because there's no long jump in Super Mario or Super Mario Sunshine. This looks like it's straight out of Zelda. Alright, here's the hover nozzle. So you can long jump and then hover. Can you go in the water? Yep. This looks like a minigame in Mario Party with the mushrooms. This still might be the wrong version. I don't know yet. I don't know. Fiji water? What the fuck? I'm not gonna make that. Oh, there's no. Oh god. Alright, how do I heal? I don't think backflip jump was a thing either. Why did I do that? Nice. Whoa. That camera, I don't remember this at all. I do remember really enjoying this, and then it just like became like no content, unfinished. Right now it's like pretty fun. Extended hover nozzle. Are those doors or peaches? Alright, what's in here? I remember this area. Just want to make sure the volume's low. No, it's like pretty fun. Yeah, I think the volume's low. Fuck. I think I'm gonna die here. I think after this section you get to like the airport. And I remember that was cool. Or no, the airport was the empty no content section. And I didn't know there was anything other than that. Fuck. Fuck. I remember this took me so many tries. Oh, that cloud moves. That's why it took me so many tries, because that cloud moves. Yeah, I'm gonna die here. Alright, is this the moving cloud? That cloud's moving. Okay. I think I can just like get out now. Oh, too far, no. God damn it. No. Too bad. Oh. What the fuck? Do I start over now? Oh my god. I have to do those again. Those were both easy. I wonder if there's like a saved game. Probably. If there's like multiple shrines and stuff, probably saves your game. This is the moving one too. Oh god. Oh god. Why are you allergic to water if like you use water for everything? Alright, so now I gotta land onto like a platform. Okay, thank god. Jump and dive right before takeoff to redirect it. That was not it. I remember this. Fuck. That's it. Zoom in. Too far. I'll probably do one of those. I just couldn't see anything. Oops. Close. Alright, so can I get out of here now? Speedrun. I feel like you could skip this entire thing. I do not want to die though. Oh, you can't. It won't let you skip. Definitely feels good to do something like that. No! It's kind of like Sonic. Honestly, it's like a boost mechanic in Sonic. Except you're not invincible. But this is an instant rocket nozzle. The normal game is not like this. The normal game, it's like you charge up for like 30 seconds to use the rocket nozzle. Alright, I can do this. One more. Don't know why I have that. I don't remember this section at all. It's kind of sick. I really like pixel perfect jumps. I don't know why. Fuck! How do you do that? Alright, I go over to the left and then like move to the right. No. Nice. Like right now, this is like way more fun than yooka-laylee, I feel like. Even though it's like an empty... What the fuck? What the French toast? God. God, man, this is so fun. God, man. God, man. God, man, get. God. Fiji water. Nice. That is so cool. Why is that so cool? Alright, so I'm out of this zone, I think. Tutorial area. I feel like you should be able to save the game, though. Alright, dude is gone. Dude is up here. Finally. Feel free to breaking the question mark. What again? Since I've forgotten. Oh. Settings. Oh. One sec. Oh, I could have exited area the whole time. Okay, now it says file created. New save. Save file. Save complete. Okay, so you can save anytime. I did not know saving was a thing. I guess like the last time I played this I didn't save. I don't think this is the right version. There might be a 2024. Eclipse team. Let me search that real fast. Like there's so many videos saying like Super Mario Eclipse is finally here and it's amazing. Is Super Mario Eclipse out? Super Mario Eclipse is almost amazing. Available for download now. Um, Like there was a new version 2 months ago. So I don't know. This probably isn't the right version. But I guess I'll play the real version, the new one that everyone keeps talking about. But right now, I feel like there's like some things to do here. Here's the files, options, controller rumble, movie subtitles on. Viewport SMS. Save prompts all.
Super Mario Eclipse. Woohoo!
Some guy said that, dude. Hotel Delfino, a new journey begins. Alright, Peach looks weird. I remember this. So, this is like the end of Super Mario Sunshine, but I myself never beat Super Mario Sunshine. I watched a friend beat it. And like, I've seen the ending. But like, this is apparently like the end of Super Mario Sunshine. There's a boat. You can get on the boat and go somewhere. Can you go in the hotel? No, I'm gonna like look around the whole area. But one sec. Um, uh, so I'll figure that out later. Right now, I think there are like things to do here. And if this is like a whole new Mario game, if I'm like enjoying it, then like I might as well play it. Alright, what do you want? Alright, Toadsworth not tell you. A vacation isn't over. Apparently a cruise within budget. Help it. I don't know what it is. All I did. I don't fucking know. Jeez. Alright, what do you want? Do they have more dialogue? No. Yeah, I made this person hide. Hey there, Morrow. Oh, the hotel is the only thing I'm thinking Shine sprites or mirrors. Shut the fuck up. Shut the French toast. I got you. Alright, this is like a Daisy ship. What is this? Princess Daisy ship? Daisy Cruiser, okay. This is where I was like, this is a no content game, dude. I was on the Daisy Cruiser. It's like a level, I think. It's like a bunch, I've done this. There's like a bunch of tables. And I just like looked around this ship for something to do and I couldn't find anything to do. Like, yeah, the ship is cool. Like, it looks cool right now. What do I do? Like, here's what happened last time I played this game. I looked around the ship for something to do, could not find something to do, and then I closed the game. And that was the last time I played this. That looks like that's one of the islands. This background is kind of cool. That's like a volcano island. What other islands are out there? This guy's so tiny. Alright, you will now. Alright, what do you want? Can I talk to you? Alright, what is this? Level? Huh? Player select? So this is a new hub area? 5 shines, 12 blues. Mario's dream. What the fuck? This is actually sick. I'm like, maybe I did get here, maybe I didn't. I don't remember this. So you've arrived. Seems so lingering feelings have been manifesting this. Way into your dream of balloons. Shit. Pop 20 out of 30 before you wake up, or this may become a nightmare. I'll be here if you need any help. Alright, can I talk to her again? Try lightly. Anything else? Okay. I have a hover nozzle, or the rocket nozzle. So ever since I went to 60 FPS, it's been so slow. Let me try to see. Let me mess with it. Viewport. Yeah, this is, oh my god, this is running so much better. 30 FPS compared to 60 FPS for whatever reason. Oh my god, that's so much better. That's how you travel in Super Mario Sunshine. Alright, I'm gonna go back to that same area. I didn't know this was a hub world. I thought this was a level. Or like I might have, I don't remember this. I don't know. Can I change characters? No. Alright, this is so much better. Shut up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want that rocket nozzle. Balloons are moving? Uh-oh. Where do I pop? The level's gone? Okay. It's kind of sick though. People have been saying it's like a new Mario game, but I did not see it. Now I'm like kind of seeing it. So do I need to like drop on the balloons or something? That's not. Oh my god, what a waste of time. Now I have to exit the level and go back in. There's probably other levels around here I could go to. Blue coin. So in college, I basically like watched my friend play this game. I mean, we were all playing it like he just like wanted to get all the blue coins for whatever reason, and I did not have like the patience to do that. But I like played it sometimes. It's like people always came to our dorm and like just like played Super Mario Sunshine sometimes. Shut the front door. Oh. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to use that like new move to charge through them? Let me just go this way. I forgot about the goop. Where's the spin move? I can't do spin move? Feels kind of like pointless areas. Like, why clean up this goop? What does that do for me? Is that like a real shine? What the fuck? There's a rocket over there. Fiji water.
Mario.
God damn it. I'm gonna look for another level. Fucking slow. Yoshi. Jesus. That is a long tongue. Alright, here we go. This was the thing I really didn't like about Yoshi in this game. First of all, why is he puking out water? Second of all, like, why does he need to be a different color? Because I like green Yoshi. But in this game, he has to be a different color because you have to eat a fruit. But when he touches the water, he becomes green. So I would, like, touch the water a lot. Oh, wait. I think I've gone in that airplane before. Been saving up this trip for ages. This is interesting. Okay. Mario Eclipse. I want to see what the sign said. Where is it? That's the sun. The fuck are you talking about? I see the sun. Huh? It's cool that there's a Twitch category for this. Alright, I'm going in the airplane. How do I get off of Yoshi? Ooh, Luigi. Who the fuck is Piantissimo? Fuck these levels. I hate these types. Like I said, I'd like pixel perfect jumps, but these types of levels. Oh my god. At least I have long jumps. Luigi is just using Mario's voice. Oh fuck. So that's like a challenge room? Fuck that. I'm out. Alright, what's in there? Oh. I don't know who you're talking about. They could have added Luigi voice. I was too slow, I think. I need the rocket nozzle. Which is over there. Do I care about blue coins? Not really. But like, might as well. Wait, what is this? Alright, so is there a level out here? There's Peach out here. This girl wants fruit or something. 10 shine sprites? Damn. I remember talking to this girl. Bring her a durian, but the durian's like a mile away. Alright, so should I be Pianta Man? Piantissimo? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is Piantissimo? Oh my god, he's so fast. So you get no flood with him. But he goes super fast. You ride a Yoshi? You see his face? I don't want to be Piantissimo. I think I just go Mario. Jesus. Because, like, Luigi doesn't even sound like Luigi. I wasn't even paying attention. My bad. I didn't want to do this level yet. I think I go back to the regular level. So you can have a green Yoshi here, which is cool. Alright, what do you want? What the fuck? I mean, what the fruit? What the fruit? No more selling glasses and shirts to tourists. Now I'm living the good life. Who asked, dude? There's a thing up there. I will get it. What the fruit was that guy's problem? That's like kind of cringy. I don't know. What the flower? No. Nah, dude. Ew. I don't know if he has a triple jump. I think he has a triple jump. Alright, ready? There we go. Alright, what is this? What do I get over there? Oh. Are you kidding? And you're timed? Oh my god, 15 seconds? Who could do that? I'm not doing that right. Oh my god, 15 seconds to get up there? This might be meant for Piantissimo. Cause I can't even jump that high. I think you gotta be Piantissimo to get that. Yoshi's swimming! Yoshi dies in the water in Super Mario Sunshine. Alright, I'm going to the first level. I don't know what to do here though. You know what? I think I'd take a break from this game. Let me save. I would like to play the latest, like, bleeding edge, latest version. It seems like there was an update to this game 2 months ago. But let me save this here. Still, it seems like there's a lot. There's only 5 shines here? What do you mean? There's only 5 shines. And I need 10 to go to the next island. Yeah, so that was Super Mario Eclipse. Kind of cool. It's a game I've, like, known about, but I keep hearing it, like, recommended to me recently. Let me start a Smash lobby, see if anyone even joins. And also... BRB. Maybe got food or something. Right, BRB.
last man standing.
Alright, let me start up a lobby.
Step into the ring.
I think if I played more, what is it called? Super Mario Eclipse, I just gotta play as the dude. Let me play another game. Just gotta play as like the dude. Piantissimo. Maybe I try to get Powerpuff Girls. It's like multiverses, even if they're adding characters, but it's like that game still just doesn't feel right. It's like not Smash. Smash is like all these moves. In that game you have like 2 moves. That's like your whole character is like you have like an A button, a B button, I think that's it. Or it just feels a lot like you have a lot less moves than you do in Smash. But maybe I do try that. And I try to get Powerpuff Girls. Or like Jake. I think I have Finn. Bugs Bunny did have like a lot of moves, but his moves are weird. It's like you hold down to use his moves. But like it's like he shouldn't have that many moves, but he does. He's like a complicated character. I think if I'm waiting for Smash, I do more Super Mario Eclipse. There's a Super Mario section. The fuck? All new content. I was watching this Croc series retrospective. Maybe I keep watching this. Like set me off on like a tangent here. It's like the reason why I'm even playing these games. Browser audio. Yeah, maybe I just keep watching this for now.
Except now he's made of crystal.
Wait. It's like a video I started watching like way earlier in the stream.
Credit where it's due, this actually is a cool fight once you know what you're supposed to do. It takes the end of level gongs that you've been hitting.
I think Croc is another game
When
that
did
I
Banjo
play.
come out? Oh my god. Okay, so if you collect all of the Jiggies, you unlock the bonus world, which...
Did I add that to my list? I think so. Banjo-Kazooie is what I wanted to play, but shit, it's just not working. So yeah, I need to figure out Banjo-Kazooie too. Alright.
which remixes one level from each of the first 4 worlds before culminating in a final boss fight against Baron Dante, except now he's made of crystals. Credit where it's due, this actually is a cool fight once you know what you're supposed to do. It takes the end of level gongs.
Maybe I just watched the ending of Yooka-Laylee. Is that like a cop-out? Yooka-Laylee final boss. Yeah, that's a cop-out. Maybe I just speed run through the game to get to the final
and make
boss.
them the weapons that you use to defeat Dante. You've just got to hit them all fast enough so that all 4 are resonating at once, which comes close to requiring that you physically cut corners. Or if you don't realize what you're supposed to do, you can just run around in circles using the rotating platforms until they start to desync and rise up above Baron. It's pretty cool. Look, it's better than the real final boss where you're expected to run away from attacks without being able to see them thanks to how this game's camera works. And when the credits roll, Argonaut is nice enough to give you a warning that Croc
It's like a
will
spoiler.
return. I don't even need to make the joke this time. That is just marvelous. Soiled or not, the promise is clearly here with Croc, and I find myself wanting to like the game more than I really can. The question would be, could Argonaut get it right when Croc did return? No.
I never knew
No, I
that this
actually
was a
think Croc 2 is
Yoshi.
worse.
Like
Originally
Croc
teased to
was
release in
Yoshi,
late
and then they like
1998 according to the
remade
first
him.
game's manual. That's a pretty bold
They like
decision.
changed the
Croc 2
assets
didn't
to
end up
make it
coming
into
out
a
until
Croc.
August of the following year. I'm just going to assume because Argonaut was busy producing Buck Bumble. Honestly, that extra year of time would hopefully help things. 3D platform game design was a fluid, evolving beast during this.
There's also Rocket Robot on Wheels. That's a game I like hardly played, but people say it's really good. I didn't really get it. Damn, it's a red cartridge. I hardly played this, but people say it's like really good.
This time, and perhaps after inspiring so many games itself, it was time for Croc to take some inspiration back. Instead, it took a fat check, which I can understand. Croc 2 was positioned by Fox to be a big deal, with a multi-million-dollar marketing campaign and a brand deal with Lifesavers, featuring the gummies as in-game items. And not like items that you would eat to regain health or something normal, no, they are used as trampolines. Fox truly did believe that despite Croc's average at
This is the one I played, and I thought it was dumb as fuck. I thought it was horrible.
Years. In fact, around this time, they were starting to explore the idea of making a Croc cartoon. The problem was, gaming was on its way to moving on from this wholesome, quirky sort of platformer, especially on PlayStation consoles as opposed to Nintendo, and also this game isn't very good, off of the back of the first game that people generally recognized even back then as not very good. Croc 2 does improve in theory. Gone are the tank controls, with the camera instead following dynamically behind you as you move and navigate what's now an interconnected open world full of smaller mission-based levels. Total sidebar for a second, the world has no map, and there's no mission screen a la Spyro that tells you your completion for different levels, which is just great in overworlds that tend to look pretty samey and can only draw about 30 feet ahead of you, with missions that are given to you by
Wait,
combos that are
Spyro is
essentially-
another game. Spyro is another game I want to add to the list. Spyro and Klonoa.
the exact same character. They even refer to themselves as one entity, only ever calling themselves Gabo. Pretty sure Miyamoto thanked Jez Sand for the inspiration behind modern Paper Mario's homogeneous toads, too.
What the fuck? This is Banjo-Kazooie text.
Far improved, with a lot of varied mission ideas, or at least varied explanations for them. On the other hand, they are all filler. This game is just packed to the brim with the Gabos asking Croc to retrieve their stolen sandwich, or defeat Baron Dante's troops in a boat race, or make some ginger ale for the Gabos. It's all super low stakes. At first, I found this all charming, in the same way that Croc 1's weird energy had charmed me, but it kinda soured once I realized the entire game was going nowhere. The plot of Croc 2 is that thanks to some sort of ritual sacrifice, Baron Dante is back, and he's attacked the Gabo version of Tails. Croc, in a completely unrelated part of the story, finds a message in a bottle from his parents, and his Gabo friends fling him to another island so that he can try and reunite with his real family. And he's attacked the Gabo version of Tails. Croc, in a entire game was going nowhere. The plot of Croc 2 is that thanks to some sort of ritual sacrifice, Baron Dante is back, and he's attacked the Gabo version of Tails. Croc, in a completely unrelated part of the story, finds a message in a
version
bottle
of
from his parents,
Tails.
and his Gabo friends fling him to another island so that he can try and reunite with his real family, and then Croc does a bunch of unrelated errands for different villages of Gabos before suddenly you fight Dante and the game ends. Obviously, we're not playing this game for the articles, though I've got to say that the quirky dialogue did get some chuckles out of me until I realized that walking near a Gabo activates the conversation again. It's not tied to an interact button, so that's just great. But better is that the game's air quote improved camera cannot follow Croc well at all. When Croc jumps, every single time that Croc jumps, the camera struggles to follow his lightning-fast jump arc, so it jerks upward after you're already near the top of the screen, and then has to jerk back down because you've already essentially landed on the platform that you now couldn't see because it had jerked up above you. Other improvements have this same sort of asterisk. Croc's moveset is expanded a bit, mainly by way of purchasable power-ups that you get from Swap Meet Pete's shop. That was first try, say that one 5 times fast. He even gives you a debit card to store the gems you pick up in the levels, but the problem is that these power-ups are all single-use, and only usable on context-sensitive markers. 3 of these
I
such
definitely
power-ups
remember
are
the gummy
lifesaver
things.
bounce
I
pads, which
didn't
all
know they
have
were
slightly
lifesaver
jump
gummies.
heights or effects when you bounce onto them, but at least in my experience, you could just buy the expensive one, which is only a little bit more expensive, and just keep using that one, and it would work for all of them. There's no really good way to know which color lifesaver you need in a level until you've done the level once, so you generally can't complete a level on the first go unless
It's
you
so
stock
weird
up
to put an
and hope you have
advertisement
the
in
right one,
games.
which
I feel like you don't
really,
see that.
really great design. You could say it's for replayability's sake, but these levels are so long.
Like a
and kind
core
of
mechanic of like a
boring that
3D
you would never wanna
platformer
play
is
them
like an
twice. There's
advertisement.
also a weird little robo-gabo
So
that you can
weird.
pilot to pick up gems when you see a similar context-sensitive pad. He's one-time use too, which, great. That leaves only the most useful power-up left, the only one that actually stays with you, a permanent health upgrade. Except in this game, gems aren't sonic rings. When you take damage, you lose one of those hearts, and those hearts are also your live counter. So when you run out and game over, you still come back with only 3 hearts, no matter what your maximum is. The only ways to get more hearts are to find them, usually tucked away in part of a level where it's still kind of a risk to go for it in the first place, or to collect 100 gems just like in Croc 1. Except each level has exactly 100 gems here, and most levels require those lifesavers or the Gobobot to get all 100, so you're essentially never going to get a heart that way, not without losing at least as many hearts in the duration of these often drawn out levels. Even if you buy another heart container to increase your maximum, that does not refill. Why? And since you often can't really see where you're jumping, or you have to jump across these finicky momentum-based ropes that can actually swing you too far over the platform you're trying to land on, it's just as easy as in Croc 1 to fall into lava and take a hit, or maybe even multiple hits. In some of the minecart levels, it's even easier. Don't get me wrong, like in Croc 1, a game over isn't the end of the world since you start right before the level you were just in, but when even what's supposed to be level 2 is this lengthy multi-phase level with a bunch of minecart pathways, you don't want to have to do that all over again, especially since your progress resets when you exit a level, even if you've finished it. Didn't get all 5 of the special colored crystals? Well, you gotta do the whole level over again if you want the Gobbo Grammy or whatever the hell that is. I can't care how novel some of these levels end up being. Chasing down a train or freeing a bunch of Gobbos that then knock down trees and create platforms for you to progress further, that stuff acts as a really cool visual set piece, a fun anchor throughout some levels, but it's not
like a
enough
double
to make
jump?
up
I
for the
think
level
it's just a
design that's
jump.
often just as frustrating as Croc 1's for very different reasons. At least Croc 1 can get a pass for a lot of the levels being shorter and for being so early to the platformer game. By
How weird is that?
1999,
Nintendo
a
is
game
so
that Argonaut and
ingrained in
Fox were
games
hoping
that, like,
sells another 2+ million
this
copies.
game is based on
I'm
Yoshi.
Sorry, even being on the same level would feel like a step back, but this isn't on the same level to begin with. And it showed. Croc 2 didn't perform nearly as well, which was expected to some extent, but the performance was weak enough that the series was gonna struggle to go much further than 2 games. At least that's what you would assume before you clicked this video, but the next game in the Croc series still trucked on through development, ideally learning from Croc 2's mistakes, and oh my god, they somehow copied Croc 2's awful jump in a side-scroller. What the fuck? The next game after Croc 2, believe it or not, is Croc 1, a 2000 Game Boy Color release that acts as a sort of alternate timeline retelling of the first game's story, a bold way to expand the Croc cinematic universe. This version was only partly developed by Argonaut, with Fox Interactive slating a different studio to handle the project and Argonaut taking more of an oversight role. See, at this point the studio was busy finishing up the 3 years too late movie tie-in game to 1997's Alien Resurrection, another game published by Fox Interactive, and incidentally, the very first-person shooter with modern 2-stick aiming controls. Like, ever.
Yeah.
The first FPS that used dual analog controls as we know them today was a licensed Alien game that went through 3 years of development hell and came out well after the film was no longer relevant. Just wanted to throw that fun fact out there. Argonaut is wild. And why did this game come out so late? Well, perhaps because Croc 1 and 2 took so much extra time than they anticipated, so you could say that Croc directly led to
So
the
what else
entire
did they
modern
make?
FPS genre.
Shit. That is so weird. Now he's saying that, like, Croc is the reason why we have twin stick shooters. Because this company, Argonaut, made the first game that had dual stick shooting games. They're such a small company that it doesn't even come up. Argonaut.io game. Argonaut Games. British. Are you serious? I lied and they believed me and they still showed me. Star Glider? What is Star Glider? Okay. Oh, so this was before Star Fox. Damn. So they made Star Glider before Star Fox. Super FX. SNES Glider. Designed custom hardware to extend the Super NES to have true 3D capability. Damn, so they made the Super FX chip. Vegiemac? It released for the Sega Saturn. Reopening present. Alright, now I'm gonna watch the Croc 2 remake trailer because like maybe it actually looks cool. Because I like immediately dismissed it. I was like, that game was so fucking bad. Or no, Croc 2 is the one that I played. Full game, and I hate, dude, this is like the most annoying thing. You search the name of a game and then it says long play, and then you see that the game can be beat in like 4 hours or something. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Now I don't want to play it anymore. Crocs. Croc Legend of the Gobos. So apparently, finally getting remastered. I say it like it's a good thing. Is this the Argonaut YouTube? How many subs do they have?
Do you know what's really fun? Making a website on Wix.
Hey, we're How Ridiculous, three childhood friends and digital content creators that do.
Dude, they have under 4K subscribers. These are the people who like had the idea. They made Star Fox and they had the idea for Super Mario 64. And they're just like forgotten, like going through hard times, under 4K subscribers. But like, I gotta say, I think you deserve some shit if like you release a game that made me feel the way it did. I felt like that game sucked ass. Doesn't even look very good. Looks like as good as it should. Looks kind of like the old game. That is the Super Mario 3D Land song. Oh my god.
The 1990s were a transformative decade for video games. Thanks to rapid advancements in
I
hardware.
don't know why this stuff is interesting to me. It sounds kind of boring, but I kind of want to hear what that guy has to say. Catwoman the game? Was this good? Is that Halle Berry? It's like they have the ideas that change the industry, I guess, but they don't have the execution. So they are stuck like where they are. Like this guy or like someone else right here has more views, more people talking about them, more going for them. So they made Star Fox. They made Star Glider first. In 1986, they made Star Glider. I gotta see what's... Oh fuck, I did not mean to close up. I gotta see what Star Glider looks like now.
The 1990s were a transformative decade.
Star Glider. This is 1986. PC. I think that's what I like about them. They're like, they made like platforming games on a PC. For a PC. I mean, it's on consoles too, but people don't do that. So this is 1986, before Star Fox. I didn't play that Star Fox 60 or Super Nintendo. I never owned Star Fox when I was little. It wasn't like a game that I played. Played like Zelda. I played it like years later on like Nintendo DS. And I thought it was like meh. Like this is alright. I thought Kid Icarus Uprising was like way better than Star Fox, but that was like that game is amazing. It's like half Star Fox, half like on the ground combat. This does not look fun. It's like they have the idea, but the game is not fun. That's what it comes to. They have the idea, but they can't make a game. Astrobot. Oh, you can beat the game in 1 hour? Thanks for telling me.
Hate seeing
Fuck.
ads? Here's how to get rid of them, or
I
get
mean-
paid to see them. Do you know how much...
What day is it? Friday, yesterday. This looks better. Whoa. What the What the French? What the... What the shell? Warning, space pirates. That is definitely something in Star Fox. This is Star Fox. Whoa. So they were messing with 3D in 1986. No one else was doing that. That's what they were doing. They're messing with it. Like this doesn't look like a game. Birds of Prey. Race Driven, Days of Thunder. Kind of want to see what Catwoman looks like. Catwoman on the GameCube.
The 1990s were a transformative decade for video games.
They
Thanks
made
to rapid
Bionicle?
advancements in hardware, companies like Nintendo and Sony would come to dominate the home video game market, with consoles like the Nintendo 64 and Sony PlayStation selling millions of units. The world was being introduced to a new dimension of gaming.
Here's the full game. It's like everyone has played everything. For sure.
If there's one
Is
thing
that
I
Halle
hate about
Berry?
shopping after hours, it's competition.
This is gonna take a soft hand. Don't want to set off the alarms. Bling bling, baby. Just what we came for.
So you run like a cat the whole time? Or walk?
Where'd you come from?
Moonlight Sail Boys?
What the hell are you supposed to be?
Did I bruise your ego?
I hope you're not wasting my time here.
No. Security cameras picked up a female with cat ears and a tail. You think it's her?
Is it Halloween, Sergeant?
What? Oh, no.
Then it's her. And this time she's not slipping the collar.
Catwoman, this is Detective Lone, Metro Police. Exit the building slowly, hands in the air. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, tear gas and crying is just so unprofessional.
We gotta get out of here.
You got the door. Sweet. You need to be recycled.
Freeze! Hold it right there.
This is the police. Stop or we'll shoot. Hold the perimeter. Don't let her get through.
When in doubt, keep moving. Someone needs to work on his aim. They say each cat follows her own secret path. Some paths, like my own, begin in the dark.
The color, the cross-hatching, it's all wrong.
But you approved the concept, Mr. Hidaire. George, they're good and you know it.
Whatever. All right, Ms. Phillips. When you're done, run these designs straight to the factory. Got that?
Yes, Mr. Hidaire.
We bioengineered a bacteria to attack the visible effects of aging. The first experiments were miraculous. Unfortunately, the results of long-term tests are not encouraging. Who's there? Armando!
Patience Phillips died that night. But she was reborn as Catwoman. Let's take the high road. What's that my cat's eye spies? That needs a closer look. I'll claw my way to the top. That's an easy way up.
Yeah, I play Catwoman on the
My whiskers
GameCube.
twitching. What's that? That gets my curiosity going.
Is everyone just sleeping? Maybe I just end stream. Let's try one more lobby.
You're trespassing.
What's with the costume, lady?
Banjo-Kazooie? Why does it say Banjo-Kazooie?
You're heading for the junk bin.
What are you doing?
This game looks kinda good. This is a whole game. Alright, let me see what's going on. I was just curious what that game looks like.
When it comes to Croc Game Boy Color, I was pretty surprised at how faithful this game is to a lot of the structure featured in both Croc 1 and 2, though don't take surprised as a good thing. The jump arc is once again kind of painful, but Croc GBC at least restructures the health and live systems to be far more favorable to the player. For the very first time in the Croc series, I cannot believe this is a series
Fuck. I mean... Flower... That's, so tulips, I think? I don't know what the pink ones are. It's This recovery is not very good. Maybe I need to like incorporate this into recovery. That was not it. That was not it. Fuck.
Your skills were remarkable.
Extra lives are everywhere, and instead of the gems being sonic rings, you only lose a set amount when hit by different enemies. The Donkey Kong Country-esque water levels especially, man, you want to talk about cameras that make your stomach turn? Whew. Croc GBC also really enjoys putting your green character and a bunch of green enemies on a green background very early on, which is just mwah. However, as an odd curiosity of a game, I kind of
maybe that's the thing that turned me off from
setups are more or less the same as
what's
the
it
first
called?
Croc game. You're still trying to save all the gobos in each level, and the game even has 5 hidden letters in every level that spell bonus and unlock the same sort of special gate at the end, just like in the other Croc one. The bonus letters themselves are even a sort of callback to the early versions of the original Croc one, where the 5 colored crystals were instead going to be the 5 bonus letters. And you know what? Croc GBC does have Ballistic Meg, so I guess I can't be too critical of the game. Following Croc's Game Boy attempt
GBC?
is Croc 2 on the game. I don't know what I expect. Except this version of Croc 2 is a top-down, Zelda-styled adventure game? Okay, I think I can get behind this. No,
That's Kirby
no,
at the bottom.
I cannot. It turns out taking Croc 2's very long levels and converting them into a semi-puzzle adventure format actually makes a lot of the
On a
levels
Game Boy
longer. What a
Color?
shock. And hearing this game's subpar tracks looping again and again makes me wish we had Croc 1's soundtrack back. No, the other one. And thanks to a fascinating combination of the crunched Game Boy Color screen, along with Croc himself being very large compared to each screen in-game, there's a lot of meandering through these samey-looking pathways trying to figure out which areas you've been to already in each level, where the objective actually might be, and now that I'm saying all this, I realize this game actually is pretty faithful to Croc 2.
Like, this guy is like talking shit about this game, but he's also like a person who enjoys Croc.
2 lended themselves better to this sort of format, and solid Zelda clones are hard to come by. This did not make them easier to come by. As a fun fact, this was the very first Croc game not to have Argonaut's hands involved in some way, with Fox instead tasking Natsume with developing the project because I guess they really wanted that Croc show to happen. The Croc show, as you can probably guess, did not end up happening. Supposedly, there were some full episode scripts written, and I'm guessing the numbers continued cratering with these games sales-wise, and Fox realized that they might be propping up a corpse in a Weekend at Bernie's situation. By the way, Weekend at Bernie's, inspired by Croc. I will say, if nothing else, this version does split your lives off from your heart containers, which I would appreciate far more if most of the damage you take here wasn't from bottomless pits due to the bad platforming perspective, and if bottomless pits didn't instantly take a life away anyway. This game sucks. Now here's where things with Croc and Argonaut get even more fascinating. In the mid-2000s, Argonaut began struggling due to the massive expansion of game development costs to the point that it eventually folded entirely. Owner Jez San had the funds to at least keep together 2 branches of the company, so he picked the mobile game division Morpheme and Ninja Theory. You know, Heavenly Sword, Hellblade, bought by Microsoft, that studio? Yeah, they were owned by Argonaut. What a weird company. Sadly, this doesn't mean we ever got a Croc hack-and-slash game. We'll just have to hold out hope that Croc 15 on the Xbox Series X2 does that. Instead, we're looking over to Morpheme, who produced 3 Croc games for Java phones between 2005 and 2006. One of them is
Dude,
just
I
a
don't care
single
about any
pinball
of
table,
these.
so I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. Even pinball. Zora. Mario.
I mean, these.
You collect color.
What the hell is this?
30 levels each. Every world, a much faster-paced saga of games, including and actually limited to a single Mario Run clone called. This is your.
How is the game from
Early in
19?
the Xbox days, Argonaut briefly pitched a Croc 3, wherein Croc would be the elder statesman of his tribe, training the
I don't
other
care
young
anymore.
Crocs up to prepare for.
Like, how is the game? Soundtrack is kind of good. Oh fuck. It's a good soundtrack. This music just plays while you're playing the game. Definitely did not play this. It's like a Star Fox, but you can go anywhere. Alright, this game is supposed to be really good. Hardly played it though.
Some kind of hidden passage.
When I
I should not have blocked that. No way. That was crazy.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
No way. Thought I could like hit her out of it. No way. I shouldn't have skipped that.
No hesitation.
Hey, what up, Cypher? I'm not gonna win with Luigi. Like, he'll make it. Oh. I think Luigi has a spike too. I think. I don't know. Uh-oh. Pikachu's going crazy mode on me. Fuck. That sucks. Oh, there we go. No way. Pikachu is like one of the best smashes in the game, I think. I forgot about that move. Fuck. I mean... Flora... Rose... Flower... I did not know that kills. I mean, red roses. Trying to think of other things. Sunflower. Damn it. I mean, I curse too much.
Started this channel, there were plenty of games
I don't know if I
wanted to
care
cover,
about
many
this.
of which are well known. But there are also the games that fell through the cracks, which barely anybody talks about anymore. It's always exciting to talk about games like that, since I'm not just revealing my thoughts on a popular subject, but exposing it to a new audience. Today, I want to talk about one of those games, a little Nintendo 64 platformer gem called Rocket Robot on Wheels. On the one hand, I can see why this one doesn't get that much attention. It's easy to look at it and think it's just one of many mascot platformers that were dime a dozen in the 90s and early 2000s. But even if you've never heard of it, you've probably heard of the developer, Sucker Punch Productions. They're responsible for series like Sly Cooper and Infamous, and the phenomenal Ghost of Tsushima. Rocket, however, was their first ever project, and although Sucker Punch is now firmly a Sony studio, this game was developed for the N64 since they felt that they couldn't compete with the PlayStation library at the time. They reached out to numerous publishers, including Sony, before Ubisoft finally agreed to publish the game after seeing it at E3 1999. Most people who played this as a kid are probably nostalgic for it, myself included. I don't think we ever owned this one. It was likely we'd rent it from Blockbuster, but I remember playing it a lot growing up. However, until now, I've never fully beaten it, so it's time to finally dust off this old model and give it the attention it deserves.
Gex, I should play Gex. Oh my god. Why don't I play the Gex games? Like, I am setting myself up to probably not play any of these games. Super Mario Eclipse, I want to play. Gex games. I liked them when I was little. Like, I'm like making a list of all these 3D platforms I want to play, but I'm probably not going to play them. Maybe I will. I don't know. What about carts? What's carts? Is that a game? Like Mario Kart? Fuck. I mean, Fox. Mario Kart games, I definitely have not played through all. I didn't own them like growing up. Maybe the first one that I had was I don't know if I ever even owned Double Dash. I definitely played it at like friends' houses. I might have owned Double Dash. Double Dash might have been the first one that I played, and then I played Mario Kart Wii. I played like Mario Kart 64 at like friends' houses. Maybe I could play through this. I love Mario Kart Wii on emulator, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna win this. I was thinking about playing like Diddy Kong Racing, maybe. Single player was like really good. Fuck. I mean, frog.
If you've never played Rocket Robot on Wheels, your first question is probably about what you do in the game. Well, as the titular Robot on Wheels Rocket, or technically he's just on one wheel, but whatever, you're exploring several worlds, doing some platforming, interacting with puzzles in the environment, and collecting stuff that unlocks more stuff. So yes, at its core, it's the same 3D collectathon platformer that was everywhere back in 1999.
I should probably play like the
you had to try pretty
PlayStation
hard to stand out.
platformers too.
So how does Rocket stand out? Well, as Rocket, you have to travel to different levels, complete objectives to grab Whoopi World tickets that open up more levels, and Tinker tokens that let you buy more moves and thus beat more challenges to collect more tickets, and so on and so forth. Very stock stuff, and it might be easy to write this off as just another mascot platformer following in the wake of Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. So many games released back then followed this formula, and if you grew up in this era, you probably have your own favorite hidden gems. Looking back on this era though, platforming did tend to fall by the wayside. Like, I love Banjo, but it paid less attention to the platforming mechanics in favor of pure collection, and not everybody is a fan of that. On the other hand, Rocket strikes a solid balance between collecting and platforming, thanks primarily to its physics. I noticed this as a kid, but couldn't exactly put it into words, but the physics engine in Rocket is surprisingly robust. Rocket's jumps and movements feel like they have a natural weight, more so than most platformers I've played. A detail I love, for example, is that you can see Rocket absorb the shock of a considerable fall, demonstrating the impact of each jump. This is hard to explain just by talking about it. You have to play the game to see what I mean, but there is a solid curve in how gravity and Rocket's moves affect his behavior. On the subject of moves, there aren't a ton in Rocket, but they all tie into that physics-forward design. Your basic moveset is just moving, jumping, and grabbing items with Rocket's tractor beam. That latter part basically serves as your primary tool for dealing with enemies, either throwing things at them or, throwing them. Or you'll grab an object to push it somewhere else, or grab a part of the scenery and swing on it. The swinging does feel a bit more finicky than I remember, and considering how much you need to do this to get around, especially in levels like Food Fright, it did start to bother me by the end. Making a physics engine is difficult though, especially for a first-time developer, and even if it doesn't hold up perfectly, I still appreciate the ingenuity. And although the technology created to make Rocket possible is impressive, what's even more amazing is that Sucker Punch took a straightforward approach to creating gameplay challenges. Everything you do in this game is centered around physics in some way, and they get the most out of it before the end. Look at Rocket's upgradable moves, for example. There's nothing super extravagant here for the most part. The slam for killing enemies, the double jump for double the jumps, and the grapple to extend the range of your tractor beam, all pretty simple. The freeze ray is the most unique ability, which lets you build ice platforms to get across water, but even that extends the core gameplay instead of introducing something new.
Fuck. I mean... Vine? That's not even close.
platforming is the star of the show, and that's true of the challenges as well. Again, to compare to the Banjo series, many of that series' objectives are more about performing context-sensitive actions at the appropriate place. Even when Rocket gets fancier with the goals, it doesn't ever go in that direction. I'd argue the closest it gets are the vehicles, some of which are more task-focused and don't provide mobility upgrades. The best are probably the Dune Dog, which is super fast, the Finbot for better swimming, and the Shag Flyer for getting around tall buildings. Although even then, the first two aren't utilized the best. The former is in a level that isn't built for fast speeds, and the latter is mainly relegated to a linear section. Others, like the Hover Splat and Beam Lift, are really only useful for specific scenarios, and don't help much in getting around. The Beam Lift is relegated to a single damn room, so it's basically just a puzzle solver and nothing else. Also, a special anti-shoutout to the Glider Bike, an ultra-fast vehicle that's difficult to control well on land and impossible to control in the air. Well, even when I'm not having as much fun with the gameplay, I can still appreciate the graphics that hold up well for a mid-cycle N64 game. It's pretty basic, with colored polygons for the characters and simple textures on the environments. The artist got a lot out of the N64, rendering just enough detail in the terrain and structures to make the levels look unique without going overboard. It's a very cartoony game, and it definitely looks and sounds like one, with cartoony sound effects all over the place and relatively few vocal grunts from our robotic protagonist. Though I do love the little "yeah" Rocket gives when he grabs onto a pole. It's pretty cute. Anyway, on the audio front, I also seriously love the soundtrack. As simple as it is, it's got so many fantastic grooves. The sound font features instruments like horns, vibraphones, organs, and pianos, hitting that carefree carnival vibe. And the melodies are so good. This might be my nostalgia talking, but this music is incredibly underappreciated. I couldn't verify who composed this soundtrack, though I believe it's the late Ashif Hakik, who wrote for the first Sly Cooper game as well as Tomba 2 and Crash Nitro Kart. It fits his music style pretty well, so it's a likely possibility. Given that the game's setting is an amusement park, you'd imagine that it'd be integrated into the level's concepts, but I think the designers prioritized this on some levels over others. Whoopi World features this to a T on the visual front. It matches the childlike sense of wonder you get from theme parks, as well as the kitschy nature and cheesy design. However, it's not constructed like a park, it's built like a video game hub world, which makes sense. But let's look at the actual worlds, and I'll say right now, if you hate puns, then sorry, strap yourself in. We start with Clowny Island, a solid opening stage that's very compact. This is by far the most theme park-esque level. The name referencing Coney Island is the first tip, but this one has rides, attractions, and even a midway. This is also where many of my memories were when playing this game as a kid, with building your own roller coaster being the highlight. I played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 growing up, and this hit the same note for me back then,
you could
and
build your own
kinda
roller
does.
coaster?
Then we move on to Paint Misbehavin', which goes in the opposite direction with ancient Roman theming. Not an ancient Roman themed park, mind you, but just a Roman world, albeit one combined with the concept of painting.
First one was too dark,
although the paint concept doesn't extend beyond the early puzzles. It does have some solid water sections though, especially a really fun one towards the end. The third level, Mind Blowing, is where the physics-based design really comes into focus, with a level built into a mine shaft. And this is literally just a mine shaft. I have no idea why visitors to Whoopi World would find this interesting, but what do I know? I guess there is a minecart ride, which I enjoy very much, but there are also gems that react explosively to each other, which I can't imagine is a good attraction. The camera is annoying here thanks to all the tight corridors, but the platforming is pretty enjoyable. Now we come to Arabian Flights, full of high-rise buildings above the clouds. You get around these via flying carpet, and thus it's less about platforming and more so figuring out where the hell all the challenges are. The intriguing thing about Rocket
I mean, balloon fight. Is this level's balloon fight? God damn it. I mean, God. Kirby.
Is that the level themes are all pretty great, yet they sometimes get in the way of the actual game. So much of this level is open space, and flying around isn't the most exciting thing to do. The fifth world is Pyramid Scheme, and that name is the best part of this world. You have two mirrored themes in one here, a jungle-themed one and a lava-themed one, both built around the same central pyramid. Both are as large as the levels that came before them, but they have the same amount of collectibles split between both halves. They look so visually distinct that I wish they were two different levels, mainly because the objectives where you switch between them don't integrate the mechanics super well.
I don't know, dude.
That's bad. It's how I don't.
I think maybe I should play this game myself. Cause
JoJo. Over the
I just played the first world and I was like, meh. But there's like a whole bunch of other worlds. Rocket, Robot, Wheels Analysis. I played every Skylanders game. Meh. I don't it is like, I didn't play Kirby Air Ride growing up, and I keep trying to play it, and I don't understand it, dude.
Despite
I don't get it, so it is misunderstood.
In the 2000s when Kirby wasn't making many appearances on consoles. On handhelds, he was doing great, following a string of Game Boy titles.
This is Kirby Air Ride is a misunderstood gem.
It wasn't until Epic Yarn in 2010 that the pink puffball had another console platform.
I've tried to put like
his true return
it's probably just not a single player game.
Return to Dreamland. So between 2000 and 2011, there was a big gap between Kirby console titles. As for why it took so long, Return to Dreamland was actually the result of a prolonged development cycle that started with an attempt to design a mainline Kirby game for the Nintendo GameCube. In its first iteration, it was meant to be a 2.5D game with support for up to 4 players, and it was aimed for a late 2005 release. It wasn't meant to be, unfortunately, and the project restarted development multiple times before eventually turning into the 2011 Wii game that many heralded as a comeback for the series. But the GameCube wasn't completely void of our favorite little pink sphere. In addition to his appearance as a fighter in Super Smash Bros. Melee, Nintendo and HAL Laboratory released a racing spin-off in 2003. Directed by Kirby creator Masahiro Sakurai, this title also underwent a convoluted development cycle. It originated back in the early days of the Nintendo 64 as Kirby Bowl
You can feel
64,
that it's
in
like
which Kirby became
by
a
the
ball
creator
and
of
rolled down an
Smash.
obstacle course, not unlike the 2022 game Dream Buffet. Eventually, the
Never
game became
played.
known as Kirby's Air Ride, and instead of rolling down hills,
Whoa.
Kirby now rode a warp star, resembling a more traditional downhill racer. Development halted for a bit and then resurfaced for the Nintendo GameCube, and in July 2003, we'd be treated to the final release, now known as Kirby Air Ride. I've been playing this game since
Looking at
it launched,
gameplay,
and
it
like many
looks
other
sick.
players, I enjoyed its easy-to-understand mechanics and its
Damn,
emphasis
really?
on fun rather than complexity. Yet others,
I don't get
including
that. Like,
several
how
critics
is
at the
there?
time,
How
have
can you
chided
still
this
play
game
this
for being
game?
far too simplistic and uneven in its game modes. I was curious to see if I could still get
That's
into the
what I
game
think.
20 years later, and whether the fans or the detractors have the right idea. So get your boosts ready, because we're about to head on a trip through Kirby Air Ride. Before we dive into the game modes, let's cover the basics. Kirby Air Ride is known for a couple of things, one of which being how dead simple it is to play. Your air ride machine automatically moves forward, all you need to do is steer with the control stick. The only other inputs are boosting, swallowing enemies, and spinning. The first two use the A button,
I got bored.
and the third comes by
I got
wiggling
bored
the control
really
stick back and
fast.
forth. That's all you
Like,
do
I
throughout
don't-
the whole game.
I don't
It
get
is
it.
quite literally a one-button racer. Not that you'd expect a Kirby racer would be complex, but this cranks the simplicity up to 11. Or I guess down to 1 might be
Like,
more
what makes you keep
Just
playing
because
it
the controls
unless
have no
you're
depth
with
doesn't
friends?
mean the game is mechanically dull. For the most part, the physics hold up well, adding tactile weight to make up for the controls being so bare bones. You can get a lot of air off of ramps and cliffs, and learning how to control your machine while off the ground is critical. Landing straight grants a bit of speed, and in a game like this, every bit of acceleration counts. Because many of the actual mechanics come from your machine, it must have been tricky to design gameplay that feels natural for every vehicle, but they pulled it off pretty well. It's not the fastest racing game out there, especially compared to contemporary games like Need for Speed and F-Zero GX, but there is a sense of thrill here that you need for this genre. I suppose Kirby Air Ride is a combat racer, although destruction isn't the focus. Your spin attack can disrupt racers, and of course, you can inhale enemies to gain their ability. Many staple Kirby powers reappear, although modified to fit a racing game. Fire, for instance, creates a burning field that damages enemies, and plasma shots home in on targets. They can boost you, but they are no substitute for actual skill and learning the tracks. Because the controls are easy to pick up, it's more about adapting to random enemy and copy ability placement. Adapting to the situation on the fly is a vital skill for any racing game, and Air Ride is no exception. Equally as important, however, is the vehicle you ride on. There's plenty of vehicles to unlock, each with their own gimmicks and stats. Even though they use the same control scheme, I like
That
the
would be
variety
fun,
here. It's
unlocking
not just a matter of
vehicles.
some having better acceleration, or weight, or handling. Some have unique gimmicks that give you a different playstyle. Like the Formula Star, which constantly gains speed so long as you don't boost or crash, and the Shadow Star, which can dish out a beating. Some are more useful than others, but we'll talk about the balancing when we start talking about the modes. Before we do though, there's one more important thing to cover, the checklists. Each mode has a set of 120
It's like a
objectives to
Melee
complete,
UI.
and beating certain ones unlocks new machines, colors for your Kirby, courses, and extras and bonuses. It's a way to get replayability out of the game, especially if you're playing by yourself. Now, despite what some of you out there might think, I don't have an infinite amount of free time, and so I wouldn't be able to go for every single checkmark box in the game. Some of these are ridiculous to try and get when you're just recording some footage for a video. Back in the day, I would try to grind for some of these objectives, but I don't have that kind of time anymore. A lot of these objectives are only attainable by random chance or by setting up the game just right, which is more trouble than it's worth. That said, I did try and get 100 checkboxes done for each game mode, which I thought would be a fair challenge given my time frame, but we'll see if that holds true. Anyway, on to the game modes. First up is Air Ride, the most straightforward game mode. You race against 3 opponents, CPU or otherwise, for the specified number of laps. Alternatively, you can try and get the farthest distance in a specified amount of time, although I don't find this as fun. This is the most traditional mode, as the other two are more frantic and strategic respectively. It's the sense of speed you can achieve with the right maneuvers that makes it a thrilling racer. And while the balance isn't 100% right for many machines, there's enough course variety and hazards to keep you on your toes. Aside from the standard racing mode, there's a couple of other ways to play. Time Attack and Free Run are your time trial modes, Time Attack for 3 laps and Free Run for single laps. Free Run gives you a lot more freedom since you can keep trying to get your lap time down, whereas in Time Attack, you have to do your best run of 3 in one go. Because many tracks were designed for 2-lap races, Time Attack can get pretty dull, especially on the later courses. Free Run also lets you instantly compare your current lap to your best record with this ball of light, which is a great motivator for knocking your time down. As the main mode of the game, Air Ride feels the most balanced and well-rounded out of the 3. It doesn't have a unique gimmick, it's just a simple racing game, albeit with some light combat capability. Damage is disabled by default, so other than the speed boost you get from killing enemies, which isn't that huge, it's barely worth it to use copy abilities. I thought turning on damage would liven things up, but if you lose all your health, you don't respawn. So while it does make things more hectic, it also means downed players have to wait, which kinda sucks. Without damage, the chaos is
Okay,
there,
I
but it
gotta
doesn't
give
have as
Kirby
much
Air Ride
impact,
another
and
try.
with it, the chaos creates too much.
I also wanted to play Sonic the Riders, but I started playing that game and closed it pretty fast. During the first race, I closed it. F-Zero, Sonic the Riders, Kirby Air Ride. And if I just want to play a racing game, there's Burnout, stuff like that.
Much frustration.
I could play through the Mario Karts. Mario Kart games, like you were saying. Just try out all the levels and stuff. Or just try to do Grand Prix. Mario Kart games. I could go on a racing game too. Or Arc. I'm feeling tired now. I think one more game. Holy tucking myself into bed. That's it.